sometimes the biggest gains come from the least exciting places. Take Centene, CNC, the healthcare plan provider that gets most of its business from government-sponsored programs like Medicare and Medicaid, not to mention the Obamacare exchanges. Not exactly anyone's idea of a stock with sex appeal, but this is a growth industry, people, especially as more and more baby boomers become eligible for Medicare. I have been a big fan of Centene, and the stock's been an incredible performer. It's up nearly 80% last year before tacking on another 22.5% year to date. And you know what? It's got more room to run. Just yesterday, the New York Attorney General cleared Centene's plan to acquire Fidelis. That's the nation's largest Medicaid managed care provider for $3.75 billion. That was the last major hurdle, so the transaction should close in a couple weeks. Given how well Centene has performed since its last major deal, the purchase of HealthNet in 2016, I think this could be very, very positive, but do not take it from me. Today was Centene's annual Analyst Day, and it sure looks like they told a good story. So let's dig deep with Michael Neidorff. He's the chairman and CEO of Centene and a visionary about this industry to learn more about how the company's doing and where it's headed. Mr. Neidorff, welcome back to Mad Money. Good to see you, sir.
Always good to see you, Jim.
Well, you had a huge Analyst Day today, and obviously people have to be happy because you priced a very big secondary because you don't like a bad balance sheet. People were up big for when they were on, and that was right after you came on the show.
Thank you. You did. It always helps.
It was, it always helps to have everyone in the room to have a profit.
Sure.
But after this big run, how could you tell them that the stock is cheap and the one to buy?
Well, our multiple is still at a discount when compared to our peer group and some others. And when they saw that today, we showed them that already we have in the bag 15% growth for next year.
Well, who has that in the bank in the month of June?
Well, we know the contracts we've sold, the deals we've done. You take that going into 19, it says we're going to be a $69+ billion company next year, up from 60 this year. So, you know, I'm old-fashioned. I kind of think where you are should have something to do with your growth rate.
Well, I know in the Analyst Day, there was a very big deck. The things that really stood out to me is stock price, the compound annual growth versus the peers, right, which is dramatic, 38% versus 28% for the peer and only 12% for the S&P. And then another thing that really stuck out for me, the leverage. Even though you've been growing, you had a lot of acquisitions, you obviously do not like a bad balance sheet.
No, we are balance sheet managers, Jim.
Right.
And we're going to bring the debt to cap down to 37.5% with the Fidelis deal.
Now, Fidelis, tell us about it, because I know that I understand that it is well run, but underneath with the way Centene operates, there are going to be some very good changes that I think will produce better health care, even better, and at a cheaper price.
And they're really happy to be joining us because they know the systems we have.
Right.
Our systems are going to help them do a better job medically managing. Their G&A is going to come up a little bit, but the medical loss will come down more than the G&A is going to go up. And it's just a great combination, great people. It makes us #1 in New York. It puts us as the largest player in the 4 largest Medicaid states. They do all our products. They do it well. Father Frawley's been a great executive. He has a great team working for him. We're really excited about it.
And we just in the paper today, in the Wall Street Journal, Medicaid, the states are warming up to even spend more money. This plays right in your hand, right?
Right.
Now, another thing that you did in the deck, and I think it's really important, you broke form and you decided to talk about the scope of the opioid problem.
Yes.
Last time you were here, we talked about what you did with the community. I want to hand the mic to you to talk about where we are with this opioid problem, which is a national scourge, and what you're doing about it.
Yeah. We have algorithms. We're very system-driven. We're really becoming a tech company that does healthcare.
Okay.
Okay? We have systems, and our medical director, chief medical officer talked about. We have systems that identify individuals at risk and early addiction.
At risk?
Yes, and early addiction. We look at all the different factors. They then get interdictive. They get involved with that individual, get them the help they need. We believe we've cut it down more than 20% in the last 12 months amongst our population.
That's part of extraordinary, because this is, everyone tells me in the mental health field that nobody's able to do anything. You obviously are proving that something can be done.
Yes.
Now, one of the things that you talked about in your Analyst Day was you're being positioned for the future. Consumer-centric programs that promote personal responsibility. We do not have a lot of personal responsibility in the country. How can you promote that?
Well, we're very decentralized. We have individual health plans. You won't find a Centene health plan anywhere. They're engaged with the community. They're engaged with the people. We're doing all the things that the people need to hear. When we see there's an issue, we were out there helping individuals. We showed them a film today, how we helped a woman who had lost her employment get a new job. Okay? So what you do is you get involved. It's more than that. I can show you a case in El Paso. There was a mother who went into preterm labor at 22 weeks, with triplets, had 3 kids running around. Heat turned off, lights off. Nurse went out, happened to see it, lights on, heat on. Daycare workers take care of 2 kids. Bed rest for the woman, medications, full term, 3 healthy boys. University of Texas future football players.
Great story. Let's leave it at that. I like that. It's Michael Neidorff. He's Chairman and CEO of Centene Corp, CNC. I know you think you might have missed it. I'm telling you, you are wrong. Mad Money's back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.